If I had to pick one of these to pick up in game right now, it's going to be the Steel Series.
Let's just say, it was a great night. Take the challenge at steelseries.com.
So, thank you for tuning in, everybody. This is the Go Champions League. I'm the Boo from Germany, and you are watching Flipside against Team Dignitas. Of course, $30,000 up for grabs in the Go Champions League, sponsored by Twitch, Steel Series, and Dreams Media. We are currently in the group stage or league stage, and we have Virtus Pro on top of that. After every team played each other once in a best of 2, we will fight it out with a 6-team playoff stage in a best of 3 format, of course. So let's go live with the knife round between the two teams. It is Nuke, the pick of Flipside. The second map will be Inferno, picked by Dignitas. And of course, a very important knife round between the two teams. Flipside will take it, and they will start on the CT side. It is supposed to be the easier side, but it always depends on the start into the match. Of course, the pistol round is amazingly important. And I have said it, I think, 100 or 1,000 or million times. The first rifle round points into the rough direction of the game. Now, Dignitas on the terrorist side, they just defeated Hellraisers in 2 maps, 8-16 on Mirage and 13-16 on Cash. So they are fired up right now. Kierbai and AZ did a massive job. And also the rest of the squad did their jobs accordingly, of course. Otherwise you can't win a match. Now Markelov in ramp room, being pushed by the whole squad of Dignitas. He puts down MSL to 47 HP, but the terrorists will actually go back to the A bomb site. Unexpected move by them. Pim catches somebody off guard. It was Bondik. Well, that it is down already as well, and Pim just keeps fighting it out. The Glock will prevail against Simple. Makes it a 2v4, and the CTs are left scratching their heads. They completely misread the push by the terrorists. Now Markelov and Blade need to pull it together, but Blade is removed already. Markelov is alone with 33 HP against 3 terrorists, and he's spotted in heaven, and he gets put to hell into oblivion by Nico. 1-0 in favor of Dignitas. Starting off really nice. And of course the score is 0-0. I have to change that. It's still on 1-0 from the previous match. So we are back to scratch. 0-0. Every single map counts as 1 point. If you win the first and lose the second, your opponent gets 1 point and yourself gets 1 point. So there is a draw. In case of a draw, your skins will be returned. I just see the questions pop up already. So it is a best of 2. What's that all about? It's basically to give the teams a chance to play each other twice. It's easier to schedule the way we did, so they can take revenge on the second map if they have lost the first. So Dignitas picked up the first 2 points in the whole league right now. They have lost their previous 3 matches against Mouse and against, I think it was Property, if I'm not mistaken. No, actually it was Gamers 2. But one of those games had to be aborted, so we will see the second map between Gamers 2 and Dignitas in a few days. And look at Markelov opening up with a ZZ75 in the lower bomb site, making it hard for the terrorists to actually get something going for them. But Kierbai will quickly turn the odds again into his team's favor as Simple squeezes out that headshot with the deagle just before Nico disposes of him. It's a 2v2. Nico needs to hold the CTs at bay, and he spotted the legs of World Edit. Unlucky for World Edit. He didn't expect to be seen in this approach, as he definitely looked to ambush Nico. Now the ambush is real. Nico goes down to the straight headshot. It's Pimp alone, cramped in between 2 CTs. He needs to watch his ammo, as why can't I see the ammo? That's something really weird. as he was just repeatedly firing away. Now it's back. Yeah, basic HUD malfunction by HL, by CSGO basically. Sorry for that small hiccup, but Pimp didn't manage to pull it off. He did fire off a few too many AK shots, and in the end he was flanked. Both CTs played it perfectly. Good flanking by them, good team play as well. Flipside are now back on track on the CT side. It was Dignitas' chance to make something happen with that first round in the bag, but it just shouldn't have happened for them. Somebody said no, and it was definitely Markelov with 2 CZ75 kills, and then it was World Edit playing it really patient with the Deagle, taking out Nico, making it a 1v2, and then it was just all the way for Flipside. 5v3s though, thanks to MSL opening up 2 frags. Now Kierby takes out Blade to secure vents, and suddenly the terrorists are back on track, and it's now only Bondik in the vents, and he will take down 2 MSL and Kierby. He's battling it out with AZ. He's down to 3 HP, and he can't do more than that. Suddenly Team Dignitas are back on the game with another lower bombsite push, and this time it was MSL to get 2 opening frags. Great effort by Dignitas to not let themselves hang, not let themselves hang loose, but also just grasp that small opportunity that they still had to demolish the CT's economy, and they did it. They pulled themselves out of the slump on their own hair, basically. Now the Ukrainian squad back on rifles at Eagle for Simple, but it is of course already a very, very entertaining match to watch. Dignitas with 5 AKs, they know that Flipside upset them in the second round already, so they don't want to run into another upset, courtesy of the Ukrainian squad. They try to take control of the outer area just to have a few more entrances to the A bomb site. They have 2 players hanging back in lobby and 3 taking control of outside. Now it's Simple with the deal. He spots himself the first easy headshot. Oh, he doesn't find the second one, but he can retreat. Or actually, he goes for the... No, he retreats into the deeper parts of Secret Stairs. He made his stint in the round, and that's all he was supposed to do. Now he slowed down the terrorists on the outside. They can't know if he will push through the smoke or not, so they need to be aware of that presence. Bondik now removes MSL. Kierby though, patient play by him to not push out of the hut, but also wait for the CT to make his move and make his AK work. Suddenly it's a 2v1 situation. Markelov removed 1 before being killed by Nico, and Pimp and Nico move out to take down World Edit together. It's been a really close round once again. Sadly for Flipside, they weren't able to clinch it, but still they are back on rifles, and they have dealt so much economical damage to Dignitas that their money is not really looking good right now. They have 5k on Nico, but that's basically all they have. 1.4 and 1.3k for Pimp and AZ, but the rest of the squad is running low. So if Flipside win this and prevent the terrorists from planting the bomb, they could force by, but then it's over for Dignitas. But also 4 rounds on the board for the terrorist side. It is quite an achievement already, and look at AZ angling the shots through the wall, taking out Bondik. Really nice opener for the terrorists. Another nice headshot by MSL onto Simple, completely demolishing the CTs without even entering a single bomb site. World Edit is down to 18 HP as well. He needs to watch out, and the CTs are desperate to get something back on the board. Blade is looking for some aggression on A main as Markelov moves in to get the frag onto Kierby. The terrorists will make their way into the lower stairs, but World Edit is there to pick up 1 at least. Makes it a 3v3 again. Levels the player count back to equal opposition. And now it's up to Dignitas' slower take. They make their presence known by the steps already, and there's 1 CT waiting behind that boiler, and it's Markelov with 2 frags, and he gets his 4th as well. Great job by Markelov. Patient play, getting himself the first frag in the upper part on ramp, and then moving back, got himself into the perfect position to play against the probably outnumbering terrorists. And he just waited for them to open up the doors, and he opened up the doors to hell as well. Flipside back on track, 3-2. Dignitas on more or less full save. MSL with a flash and a Tech 9. They will rush into the A bomb set, trying to get that plant. But Blade with 3 denying kills. World Edit with 1 as well. And it's MSL with their Tech 9 cramped in the corner, hanging on to the weapon, shivering a little bit as he knew that the CTs are approaching him with full force. Flipside will make it 3-3. Dignitas now could force it, but they decide to go for a mixture of weaponry. P250s, Tech 9s and AK. They decided to have Pimp to purchase all that equipment, or maybe Pimp miscommunicated and did it on his own account. They will definitely miss that weapon in the upcoming round if they can't win this one. But let's see what Pimp is able to do. Markelov didn't receive a single point of damage there. Takes out AZ though through the smoke, and now Dignitas on the move into Hell. World Edit makes a stop to that, but Nico takes him out in turn. Now it's Pimp on the A bomb site, and that's why they have purchased that AK. He was the guy to lurk in hut and open up the A bomb site. Now Kierby has that AWP that World Edit dropped. And Nico put down the bomb. It's looking good for the terrorist side. If Nico doesn't flame himself to death, it would have looked even better, but still, Dignitas in control of the bomb site. Simple now moves in. 2 nice headshots onto Pimp and Nico, making it look so easy for the CTs. But Kierby still on heaven. He can still prevent the CTs from defusing the bomb, but not if Markelov points his weapon at him. Great job by Flip. A great job by Flipsid, even though Dignitas almost won that weird buy round. They at least got the bomb plant, and they made it majorly expensive for the CTs to make it back into the round. 2 frags for the terrorists, looking good on this first half, on the first map. Of course, this is the Go Champions League. It is actually Flipside's first game. So let's see, maybe they can take the lead against, well, they can't take the lead against Virtus.pro, because Virtus.pro has 6 points, but maybe they can get themselves into the prime position to take the lead in the later stages of the ladder. And now Kierby makes it look a little bit harder as he removes Bondik through the smoke. Bondik was standing in a default position. He should have been aware of the fact that the terrorists might spray that. And you know, on a CT side, on a stage like that, the game is not in their hands right now. They still are not out of the thick of things. I wouldn't risk something like that if I was Bondik, but in hindsight, everything looks so much easier, and you can actually talk a lot of trash about players. I will, of course, try to not make Bondik stupid or something, but I was just pointing out that he was standing in a gap that was usually exposed to the terrorists. Simple is down to 19, but he at least got himself the frag onto Kierby. Dignitas on the move onto the lower bomb site. Simple is already there in the vents. Markelov makes himself shine once again, but then they get taken out by Pimp. MSL in a desperate spray attempt takes out Blade, who was not so low, but Simple was low, and MSL has no problem headshotting him straight away. World Edit in a 1v1 after that refrag. Nico on the bomb plant. World Edit already stomping away. World Edit risking a lot there with his USP, but he got himself the opening headshot, and he knew that Nico was low on HP, so he just kept the pressure high. He just didn't stop. World Edit with another very important round for Flipside. Once again, making himself look very good. He not only made it in a 1v2 situation with his Deagle, but also in the 1v1 right now. Or actually was a short 1v2 situation that he got himself out on top of. 5-3. Team Dignitas still have enough money thanks to the bomb plant. And now they will rock 5 AKs. Maybe going for something a little bit faster, but they were quite successful with their setup, so they just need to keep doing what they are doing right now and tweak it here and there. Maybe get a headshot over there when you didn't expect it, and the rounds would go into their favor. So Team Dignitas should be aware of the fact that they are doing a good job on the terrace side. They can keep trying what they are trying right now, even though it's not as successful as the rounds before. World Edit and Simple, together with Blade, will take everybody out in top or in outside area. As World Edit had a nice shot from above. Simple and Blade from below secured the round for Flipside, and Dignitas have at least wasted one round of rifles to try that outside push without too many smokes, and they were caught off guard by the CTs. Now they need to go back to pistols and rethink their approach, as World Edit has a very aggressive setup there in ramp room. He misses the shot. Well, he tags AZ down to 27, then finishes him off with a pistol as Markelov moves in to help him out a little bit. Flipside with good team play, keep each other alive and make it 7-3. The Ukrainian squad looking good, but they are on the CT side, and of course we expect them to make it at least 10-5, if not 11-4. 12 frags for Markelov right now, 10 for World Edit and Simple. On the other side, on Dignitas, we have 8 for Pimp and 7 for Kiebai. So AZ is not finding his shape right now. He's down on 3 frags in 10 rounds. And last time he had at least 1 frag in every single round. So he needs to find footing to set foot on, and then to get himself a few frags, and then to help the squad accomplish the huge goal of taking down the CTs on nuke. As World Edit has his scope pinned down on the outside. He gets himself the frag onto MSL though. Good shot by him, but MSL kind of should have at least known that World Edit was around there. So it was impatient play maybe by MSL, and that was not only risking his life but easily giving it away to the CTs, leaving his squad down a man and leaving them scratch their heads where to go right now. They have 2 players in lobby and 2 on the outside. They're trying to equally attack the A bomb set from both directions, from hut and from the outside. They will get into A main. Blade will be the guy to watch as Blade gets himself the first frag. Blade with a second. World Edit rains bullets from above, and at the same time Simple gets himself the frag on Nico. So it looked like a very easy round, but Blade really did his job. World Edit tried to keep him alive. He sadly didn't do it, but at least Flipside got the refrags, and that's what is the most important part on the A bomb set on nuke and on CT play in general. If Flipside can't get those refrags on the A bomb side, it usually falls in the hands of the terrorists, and then the T's will get out on top of those rounds. World Edit once again with that tiny gap setup. He's got Markelov to play with, and together they will actually push into this rifle round into radio room. Risky play by World Edit, but now the CTs know that there's nobody around radio room. Blade will move in. Blade on the hut as Bondig reinforces his position. Blade will push forward. He gets a shot onto AZ. Dignitas completely off guard. The CTs just cramped them in at every single place. And I wonder why the auto director keeps switching to World Edit, as Pimp and Nico are the last man standing on the terrorist side. The beautiful AK-47 Vulcan that just got donated to me thanks to Fuzzy Arts again. World Edit now with the frag onto Pimp. Patient play, holding his position, not turning away in any sort of weird direction or not letting loose on that angle. Now it's Nico to get 1 frag, but then it was all over. 1v5 situation on nuke, highly unlikely to get clutched by the terrorists. Dignitas with the loser bonus in their backs. They try to squeeze out 1 more buy, and they will successfully do so, but Flipside is already on 9 rounds, and it looks like Dignitas does not know how to do and how to play that CT defense. Flipside switches their setup. They have aggressive play in the past round, then they have firm outside strategies, firm outside setups in the round before the previous round, and they are just switching it away and around all the time. Now it's once again World Edit trying to put that stick between the legs of the terrorist straight away. with the push into radio room. Now he knows that it's going to be figured out by the terrorists. They are reinforcing their position. 3 players over there. And well, that it quickly switches to secret stairs. He missing a shot, but the second one will put down MSL. Unexpected move by World Edit. The terrorist will run into him as Simple removes Nico with the double AWP. The CTs will make it a 5v2 situation. Kierby and Pimp, they have the bomb on the back, but they have 5 CTs to play against. And they are certainly not up for any fun. The CTs just want to win the round and they don't want to have any fun playing against those terrorists. As Kierby has some fun playing against Bondek. He's moving around into the vents. Pimp will come in from behind, but Markelov has his teammate covered now as Kierby against the rest of the world. He takes down one. He finds himself the other 2 CTs as one drops to his death. It's World Edit to come in from behind and save the day. Amazing performance by him. 10-3 now. Flipside looking better and better, even though Kierby had a really good start of that 1v4 situation. The CTs had World Edit to backstab him right away. If Kierby had gotten that shot on Heaven onto the full HP player, would have turned out to be different. But right now, Dignitas still need to figure out an effective way to overcome the CT's defense, and storming into the A bomb site certainly is not the way to go. They are pushed from every direction. The CT's already on the verge of pushing them in the back anyway, with that aggressive setup in ramp room. Markelov and World Edit didn't have a huge distance to cover until they were in the back of the terrace, and Dignitas were just demolished from every direction. Now they need to figure out how to get it done. They need this one round on the board, otherwise it would be 12-3. And if the pistol round goes into Flipside's favor, I can't actually see Dignitas come out and come back into this game. Well, then once again that aggressive play, but he misses the first, then gets the second. Great job by him. Dignitas are not able to take him out and to keep him at bay, even though they knew that he was pushing there every single round. Now it's Blade running out of bullets, being taken out by MSL. It's a 2v3 situation. MSL and Nico need to make it happen for their squad, but Nico is down to 3 HP. MSL, like a sentinel, turning left and right, taking out one at least and spotting the other one. So Flipside are at least spotted. Now Markelov reveals his position as well, and he gets a headshot onto MSL as well. Great heads up play, kind of figuring out where the terrorists might be hidden. Nading Nico down to 2 HP, actually 1 HP of that HE grenade. Now Nico with that headshot, but Simple is there to get the refrag. Great round by Dignitas, despite the fact that they didn't win it. MSL and Nico almost won the round in a 2v3 situation. Flipside though pulled it back and made it 12-3 in the first half. 17 frags for World Edit. Great performance by him. 14 for Markelov, who played ramp together with World Edit. They are really harmonious right now. They are clicking. You can really feel that they have figured out everything. It's kind of sad to see Nuke be removed from the map pool in favor of Train. On the other side, we have not too many frags, but of course, with only 3 rounds on the board, how many frags can Dignitas actually get? Not too many. So Flipside now on the terrorist side, Dignitas have some making up to do, and the first round of the second half would be a huge asset to have, especially as they can't afford to give it away and lose the consecutive 2 rounds. Otherwise, Flipside would be at 12 match points. Now let's see if Simple can open up on ramp room. He's opposed by 2 CTs. He's going for the first. The second one drops right away, abandons his teammate, and that allows Simple to jump into Pim's face and get him killed. Nico though gets himself the headshot and makes it a 4v4 again. Bondik now pushing into secret stairs. At the same time, Blade with a push into lower bomb site. They were stopped by Nico, who takes out Markelov. It's a 2v3 now. Bondik still in the vents. Blade in lobby, trying to find the CT off guard. Bondik now keeps the CTs busy in lower bomb site. At the same time, Blade makes this happen, tries to get the entry on the A bomb site. He forces the CT away. He plants the bomb at the same time. And now it's Flipside's turn to hold on to the C4 in the A bomb site. AZ with a lengthy rotation calls for his teammates to wait for him. Nico with the defuse kit needs to be on site as well. If he drops it in heaven or somewhere, Bondik moves in, demolishes AZ's face, but Kierby is there to recover from that almost happening piss around for Flipside. Dignitas kind of scrambled it together. It didn't look very controlled, but Kierby and Nico just used their aim and somehow managed to keep Dignitas afloat in this match. At the same time, Flipside planted a bomb, so they are looking to buy rifles early. They're going for the full save right now, and for the rifles in the third round of this half. Dignitas can't afford to lose too many rifles, otherwise they would be very weak to face off against the force buy that is upcoming, courtesy of Flipside. The Danes trying to prevent their opponents from flashing into the A bomb site by taking out the glass over there. And Simple already caught himself one target. It's Nico, but Nico with a stellar pistol aim takes him out. Simple didn't even deal too much damage. Kierby takes out World Edit. Everything is covered by the CTs, it seems. Flipside doesn't find a way into either of the bomb site. Markelov, though, with the P250, gets himself the frag. Then it's MSL. MSL running out of bullets, but the last 10 were enough to take out Blade. 12-5, Dignitas coming back into the game. 3 FAMASes now for the Danes, as only one of their teammates got killed. Nico with a scout and 5 AKs for Flipside. They could smoke off outside and just push over there and try to remove AZ, but they are not aware of AZ's presence right now. Flipside on lobby, just waiting for the CTs to make their first move, trying to wait out for that smoke to fade. And AZ is patiently sitting behind that wall on the outside, waiting for the terrorists, and of course listening to them at the same time, forwarding the information to his teammates. And there's not much going on the terrorist side. They're just waiting for the right time to execute the strategy. And there come the smokes. Outside gets smoked off. They're running into AZ's claws. AZ, will he be able to take down more than one? He gets the first, but it's only Simple. The rest of the terrorists are hanging back in lobby and trying to execute on the A bomb site from the inner entrance, basically. Nico, though, with one MSL with the FAMAS. Now he's blinded by the lights as Pimp jumps in from the back. Gets himself the headshot, then runs into Markelov. Markelov with a first. Now he needs to pick up 4 more to make it happen. The bomb is dropped in the hands of the CTs. Markelov gets smoked off. He's watching. He's lurking. But Kierby is watching the hole in the wall. And as soon as Markelov popped out there, his head was taken off. 12-6, Dignitas with the first rifle round on the board, and it's desperately needed by the Danish squad. A one round loss could break their momentum and could break their economy as well. At this stage, the CTs are not too confident, even though thanks to the win in this one, they have 5k on 2 players. Their economy is still in the kind of baby phase. Can easily be broken by the terrorists. Markelov with one onto AZ, but Nico still fighting it out. Nico getting 3 frags, 2 with the AWP, 1 and 1 with the pistol, before his teammates can actually find him and help him out a little bit. 2 CTs get removed. Some damage dealt by the terrorists, but not too much to worry about for Dignitas, as now they are slowly but surely building up, nursing that baby economy to be a grown-up adult. And Flipside with their own baby economy, forcing it up. 5 AKs, of course, the loser bonus is helping them out a little bit. And all the equipment they are looking for, strong buy by Flipside, even though they don't have an AWP. It's not that important on the terrorist side, even though Simple can, of course, or actually World Edit can turn heads with that scope and take them off at the same time. Flipside don't actually need that AWP. It's not mandatory for them. Not like on maps like Mirage, for example, where you actually could use an AWP on the terrorist side just to force the CTs to stay on their heels. On nuke, it's more or less the AWP is the stationary defense on the outside usually. If we take a look back at the first half and see World Edit take the scope, he played it way different. And he played it very mobile, almost reminding me of JW. And he definitely used the AWP like a rifle, but just with a scope attached and with a one hit, one kill ability. But on Dignitas, I think Nico is playing it more or less the standard way. And there he goes with the first frag onto World Edit. Bondik, though, with the instant reply onto MSL. Now it's easy to get control back on the A bomb side. He's down to 6 HP. He gets pushed from every direction. Simple, but Kierby with a CZ75 moving into the back. And then exchanging that for his rifle and taking out Simple. Unexpected turn of events by Dignitas. Kierby coming in from radio room when Flipside was fully committed to the A bomb side. Thanks to his teammates, Kierby was able to catch the terrorists without actually paying attention to their backs. They were so occupied with the defenders on the A bomb side, they didn't realize that Kierby could have come from behind. Like that, Flipside lose another important round. Now they are back on a safe round. Tech 9s for Bondik and Markelov. Deagle for Simple, P254 the rest. And Dignitas keeps building up that momentum on the CT side, and it's a crucial point of time in this match. Flipside need to get a rifle round on the board, even though Dignitas, look at that, Kierby just shooting the corpse of World Edit as he was seemingly face palming and face planting on the floor. Now Flipside needs to get a round on the board on the terrorist side just to cheer them up and just to show off that they are able to do it. As Simple still gets that headshot onto Nico from afar. Nico with the scope, of course, came out on top, but still amazing aim by Simple. So if Flipside can't win this round, Dignitas gets closer and closer. They make their presence known. They make the pressure get higher and higher. And then Flipside could crumble on this pressure. And of course, the terrorists are questioning their previous approaches. They kind of went for the A execution a little bit too often, in my opinion. I feel like the lower bomb site is usually the weaker point in the CT's defense. And Flipside didn't actually go for the lower bomb site that much, at least not for Secret Stairs. Well, they tried it once, now they might try it again with all that smoke tossed on the outside. Bondik on the move, on the hunt for an AWP player. It's got a name tag of Nico. And Bondik will actually now just go into the Secret Stairs as Pimp catches one through the smoke. Puts a few bullets in there. It's Simple, going down to 56 HP. Now the terrorists have the position. Now they need to make it count as Nico makes his bullet count onto Markelov. The terrorists are stalled in a movement. 35 seconds on the clock. As I finish with a sentence, it's 35. The CT is still up one player as Markelov is removed from the occasion. Nico is down to 37. He gets himself the second onto World Edit. AZ almost burns to death there. It's Simple waiting for the CT. Doesn't get the frag though. Blade is the last man standing for the terrorists. He plants a bomb, but the CTs should be all over the place in a second. And even though Pimp is messing up with that spray, Blade should be down and out in a second. There he goes. Kierby actually uses the CZ75 and Nico is standing in the air defusing the bomb without any risk of dying just because he pressed the button in the right time. 12-10. Flipside, thanks to the bomb plant, buy up once again, and of course a massive loser bonus. Look at that streak by the CTs. And despite the fact that Dignitas didn't do anything in the later stages of the first half, Flipside didn't actually do anything as of yet. They need to get into the game, otherwise the motivation will fall down. Their mindset will be the wrong mindset to get anything going, and they will get desperate. Now MSL with a good frag. Bondik out of desperation removes him. AZ goes down to Simple. Simple with 2 nice frags. He might actually get a third one, but it's already happened. The damage is dealt. Simple with a third frag onto Kierby. Great performance by him. Sometimes it's a single player that can turn around and turn the match into the favor of one team. And at the moment, it's Simple that turns it into Flipside's favor. Nico is trying to save that AWP, even though the CT's economy is looking quite strong right now with 10k on 2 players. They have 2 players on only 3k. So they need to, or they want to hold on to that AWP. It wasn't necessary for them. But of course, WorldEdit is happy to have that scope in his hands for the 13-10. Flipside only needs 3 more rounds to win it. And on the other side, Dignitas on the CT side are looking good so far. They just can't let themselves be shaken up by that previous round that they have given away. They need to just scrap that, you know. Okay, we've lost 1 round, but look at the scoreboard. We made a huge comeback so far. So let's just keep doing what we are doing best, and that is winning rounds at the moment and keeping our positions occupied. Now, first damage dealt to Blade, 55 HP remaining for him. He probably caught a nade there from Radio Room. And the CTs are holding themselves at bay. WorldEdit missing that shot, but so did Nico. And that was actually really close to Nico being killed by WorldEdit on the outside. Would have opened up that angle for the terrorists to attack and have a wider spread of attack and keep the CTs busy thinking about another approach. What is happening at Secret Stairs? I don't know. I don't know either. What is happening over there? Let's rotate 1 player. And that's when the weakness is showing up on the A-bomb side. And that's when Flipside could execute on the bigger and on the upper bomb side, but it's not happening right now. Dignitas just stay in their positions and they keep themselves at a good posture, but Flipside actually adjusted to AZ's play. They have Molotoved him out and killed him straight away. MSL though fights his way back into the round, then it gets taken out by Bondik. Bondik with a second one, but in a second it gets turned away from the terrorists in favor of the CTs, with Kierby and Nico stepping up with 1 frag each. Now it's Markelov, the 1.6 legend, with a rifle, and the bomb is running out and he's just saving it, of course. Flipside wasted so much time hanging out in middle, waiting for WorldEdit to open up the fragging on outside. They just didn't have enough time to make it happen, and as soon as the bomb was dropped, Markelov realized that there was no point in fighting back anymore. Some miscommunication by Flipside there in spawn, but Markelov has his hands on the rifle and everybody else has an AK as well. Team Dignitas with that AWP still in the Nico's hands, and that is a major factor if Flipside can make Team Dignitas to only have 5 rifles, for example, or to lack the nades. That's the point, that's the weakness that the terrorists can abuse and string a few rounds together. The way it is right now, it is getting majorly hard for Flipside to control the economy. And if Dignitas have the economy, they can do stuff like that. Flash out for each other, smoke against the terrorists, slow them down, just keep flashing them. Pimp once again with that magic opening in the smoke that he creates by using that catwalk. He got himself the frag, and it was an important one. Flipside would have been in control of Secret Stairs if he hadn't picked up that frag. Now he gets a little bit too eager and gets dropped on that box by Markelov. 3v4, but 35 seconds, the time is running low. On Flipside, they need to have Bondik open up the lower bomb side, but he already steps away. He exposes his position to the CTs, makes them aware that the terrorists are actually executing on the lower bomb side. And now it's Flipside's time. Flip time's side, basically. No. Oh, Nico going for the team kill there after Bondik. Oh, Kierby takes out WorldEdit, and even though Nico was on him, Kierby takes down Markelov as well. 13-12. Flipside's time was not come. It didn't come. Messing up sayings in English as a German. 2015. Bestcaster EU, thank you for tuning in though. I'm the Boo from Germany, as I just said. And Flipside is running out of time. They have 13 rounds on the board, but the CTs have the control of the match. And right now the Ukrainian squad are only holding pistols, and MSL with a... Oh, actually it was Pimp with a double spray. MSL got himself the second frag nonetheless. And Kierby just squeezed in there. It seems like Kierby gets a frag here and there. Sometimes he just chimes in to get the last one. He gets a backstab. It doesn't seem majorly important, but look at his frag count. 23 for him right now. The youngster once again putting up the numbers. And even though AZ did perform really well against Hellraisers, he's not even needed right now as Dignitas on the comeback. 13-13, the game is drawn. 3 rounds for either team. We had the same setup and on Hellraisers, and I wonder how long the Danish squad can stand the pressure. Good nade by MSL, going down to work on the terrace. Then Pimp burns one alive. The terrace still committed to the A bomb site. They just storm out of the smoke, and all the CTs are firing away. Massive damage dealt to the terrace. Nobody actually stays alive except for Markelov in the end. It's Kierby to get his second frag. 13-14. Flipside really need to think of ramp room and secret stairs a little bit more. They went for those straight A goes a little bit too often, in my opinion. They have a very capable AWP player, and not only one but two. Simple and well at it. They could definitely go head to head against Nico on the outside, try to open it up over there, or something equally as effective as I imagine it to be. Nico now with a frag onto Simple in this anti-eco round. Flipside are going to go down 15-13, no question about that anymore. As Bondig is up against 5 CTs. And as soon as he's walking out of the smoke, his round is ended. Team Dignitas with 2 match points. It's Flipside's time. Now they are really running out of rounds. And at least they have enough money thanks to the massive loser bonus again. They reset it halfway through the half. Now it's going to be almost maximized again. But Flipside doesn't have anything to lose anymore. 5 AKs for them. And once again, their default build-up. 1 on the outside, 4 on the inside. Blade just storms out MSL on rafters. Easy frag for him. Nico with another one on the outside. 3v5 situation. Flipside with a desperate move on the ramp room. They get 1, but Pim trades. Then it's World Edit to trade back, but he's left alone against 3 CTs to save the day for Flipside and close it out. Close it to 14-15. They already know where he's at. They heard the letter into heaven. And he slipped through the fingers, I believe. No, actually Nico has him covered. Good job by Dignitas. 16-13, 28 frags for Kierby, 25 for Nico. World Edit and Markelov with 20 and 21. Really good game by Dignitas. If you look at that wall of blue, they definitely deserve to win in this first map of the best of 2 series. Second map coming up right away.